Hello, good afternoon everyone. I want to share with y'all how I color my images using the Stampin' Up's blender pen and using the Stampin' Up classic ink pads. And today I'm going to also be using the Basket Bunch stamp set from Stampin' Up. It's in the Occasions catalog. I'm going to be coloring this cute little bunny. I already have him stamped. I stamped him in the basic black archival ink. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to I'm going to take my stamp pad and I'm going to pump it like this with it closed, open it, and there will be ink in the lid. So I'm going to take, let me make sure I'm going to get the right end. This is a blender pen. It has two tips and it's filled with this solution that helps blend your ink. So I'm going to dip up in that little yellow, dip in let me get this out right. This one's the Daffodil Delight. I'm going to dip my blender pen in it. And I want to color this little bunny's bow yellow. Let's see, make sure y'all all can see that. So I'm just going to kind of pick up some of that ink and it gives it kind of the watercolor effect. And then there you go, I got his little bow colored. And when you want to clean your pen, you have to take and do this on a scratch piece of paper and get out that color. So once you get out that color, you can change to a new color. But I'm gonna color this other one real quick yellow. I'm gonna color, just pick up that ink. And you also can, if you have the ink refills, you can take your ink refills and you also can take some of it and drop into your ink pad, the lid like this. Drop it in there like that. And I like to spray a little bit of water to kind of dilute it a little bit because it's really going to be really bright. And I don't have my spray bottle around with me right now, so let's see if I can get a little drop out of my water bottle. Oh, I dropped the whole lid in there. That ought to taste good for my water. Okay, get that up. Alright, we got a little bit of water in there, so what we're going to do now is mix it all in. And see, it makes it a little more. It depends on how much you need. And it's not going to hurt when you close your ink pad at all. It's not going to hurt your stamp pad. So you just pick up some of that ink. And for fun, I guess I'm going to color the ears. Usually I color them pink, but I think I'm going to color them yellow. The inside of his ears. So get those. See how pretty that picks up that ink? Okay, so get your scratch paper. Close up this ink pad real quick. And get your scratch paper and get that yellow all off. See, it picks up a lot of the ink. Just make sure you always get it off before you start with another color, because you don't want it to blend like if you're using a brown, you don't want it to be in your yellow. That would be a yucky mess. Alright, now we're going to take our chocolate chip ink pad and pump it. Open it up, and it's the one that I had dropped in a little bit ago. I'm going to make sure I have no ink on there. So I'm going to barely touch the edge of this ink because I don't want my bunny real dark, but I want him to be a little brown. So just kind of pick up that ink slowly. And then you can highlight or shade one part of his ear darker if you want. But I just kind of do this. There's all kinds of techniques out there with this blender pens, and I'm still learning. I've been in with Stampin' Up for a long time, and I am actually still learning how to use these, you know, because there's just so much. You can do the shading, and So there's a lot to learn, but you just color him in. And if you don't like how light he is, you can go back over it with a little more. Just blend that ink in, and when it dries, it looks so cute. But see how easy that is? There's a lot of people out there afraid to use the blender pens, but I would not be afraid to use them. That's very simple. And you can also color him with the markers, just with the Stampin' Up markers by himself, but it would make it so dark. And I wanted a lighter effect, so I went ahead and just used the blender pens to get that effect. So there you go. Look how he colored up pretty. And once he dries, those lines won't be so harsh. And if you don't like it, just kind of blend out some more. And there you go. Let's go ahead and color this bunny here too. So I like to do a little darker around the outline and kind of blend inwards. And to get that different shading effect, because it gets lighter as you use the ink off of the marker, off of the blender pen. And who doesn't like coloring? It's fun. Because you can have all kind of different effects with using the blender pen. See how his little face? I like how this one turned out. He's a little darker around the edges, and then he gets lighter in the middle, like the sun is hitting him in the face. Cute. And I will share later the card that I am putting him on. I know it's been a while since I posted much on projects and things I do, but I'm getting back to that. Videos and sharing more how to create beautiful cards. A handmade card to somebody just brightens their day. They open their mailbox and they get one of these cute little cards, just to send a card just because. It's awesome. I love getting handmade cards. I don't know about y'all, but I really love handmade cards. It's just, they're special. Every card I've ever received, handmade and non-handmade, I'm a hoarder. I keep them all. My upline, Lisa Brown, she sends me cards often, and I love getting them, and I collect them all. I refer back to them, the techniques that she uses, and it is just fun. There you go. Let me lift this up. Look how cute. So if you would like any more information on these little bunnies, the images, how you can get this stamp set, or where to get the blender pens, just let me know. Ask me some questions, and I don't mind answering them. And thank you for tuning in. And hi, Angie and Kaylee. Thank you for watching. And y'all have a great day. God bless.